Hi, witches, blessed be. This is White Raven over here. Today's Monday, so happy Magic Monday to all of you guys. Before I go ahead into this video, I want to make a disclaimer. It's really important for me that I say this before I go ahead and do this video. This video is for educational purposes only, and it's based on the fact that I get this question asked too many times and it's a little bit complicated to answer, so I decided to make this video just in case I get this question again. I can always direct people to this video. In no way, and let me make that very clear, in no way I am a political witch. I praise what is right and I will criticize what I think is wrong, regardless of the side that it comes. I don't like to be involved in politics. I don't like to be vociferous about politics or politicians. That's not what I do. It is not my style. With that said, you are somebody that like to voice your opinion and you're very fiery about it and you're very passionate about it. Power to you, kudos to you. I have no problems with that. If you're quiet like me and you do things in a different way, then I welcome you as well. But I just want to make sure, and I want to clear out that this is not going with any type of political agenda behind it. I just want to answer this question because I think it's really important. I really think it's important. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Before I start talking about the topic that I have for you today, I am extremely excited. And this is why also this video is going to be on the short side, because I'm endorsing a book, a witchcraft book that is coming up very soon. And so I have to finish reading the book so I can do my endorsement. I am so excited about this book. It's definitely not my book, obviously. I'm just endorsing it. And I'm so happy. I am so happy this book is being made. I think you're going to love it. I cannot wait until I start talking to you about it, but pretty soon you're gonna know which book it is. So again, this video is gonna be on the short side because I need to finish reading this book. I just recently got it and it's chunky and I don't have a lot of time. I have to be done with this book by the 1st of July, and that's coming up in a couple of days. So can we hex a politician? Can we curse a dictator? The answer to this question is a lot more elaborated than a yes or a no. But technically, the answer is yes. But the long answer, which is no. Not easily and not without encountering a lot of obstacles, very strong obstacles. Politicians, dictators, and people of that sort are spiritually protected. They're covered. They are spiritually armored. You're not going to be throwing a spell to a neighbor that stole your parking spot. You're going to be throwing a spell that is going to go through power, protection, and many layers of influence. How does the power that these people have looks like in the spiritual plane? On the spiritual plane, power is built from attention, from fear, from praise, from a bloodline, from beliefs, and all that energy which becomes a shield, becomes an armor. Power is very sticky, is very magnetic, and I'm talking in the spiritual world. It attracts a lot of spirits. A politician with millions of eyes on them, even those with negative views. This is very important that you know this, okay? Hear me out. Even if you hate a politician, talking about this politician is going to build that energy. So when you aim your spell at someone this powerful, you're not just facing the one person. You are facing this one person complete spiritual ecosystem. Now, which is I'm going to talk about things in the spiritual level that protects politicians and dictators. Politicians and dictators are not just protected by bodyguards. In the spiritual world, they're protected by very powerful things. Number one, egregores. Egregores are spiritual beings, like bodyguards, that are made by mass attention. If millions of people becomes in someone's power, then that power switches becomes real, a real tangible thing. Next, collective energy, something that I think can be used for positive and also for negative. Collective energy are all those prayers, hopes, fears, chants. These things fit into the politician's strength, even if it's coming from people that hate them. In other words, even if you're just speaking against them. Another thing, ancestral spirits What makes you believe that these type of politicians and dictators do not come from a bloodline filled with people just like them that protect them at all costs? Another example, and not necessarily the last one, many of these politicians and dictators have people working magic to protect them. Can one person create a spell so powerful that can take down an evil dictator or a politician? My honest answer, which to you, is no. I don't see this possible. Now, on the other hand, if it's a group of witches, I'm only going to say perhaps that may be possible. During World War II, a group of witches from England, known as the New Forest Coven, got together to create such a powerful spell to bind Hitler from ever entering Britain. The spell was called the Cone of Power. Did it work? Well, Hitler never invaded England. That is the truth. He tried, he attacked, but he never invaded England. Now, it is also said that after this ritual was done, some of the members of the coven even died, based on the amount of energy that was raised and released. And so, let's say you get together with other witches and you want to do a spell to take down a dictator or a politician. What kind of magic do you need? What kind of power do you need? Well, you're going to need the help of wrathful deities, absolute clarity, and you have to be in unison with the other witches that are performing this hex with you. You guys have to be one mind performing the one spell. Baneful hexing experience. It's important that you know and you can handle it, as well as a massive protection, because when you poke these powers will poke back at you. Which is, this is not a glamour spell. This is not a honey jar. This is really spiritual warfare. As a matter of fact, and as a curious note, I want to let you know that if you go to Google right now, this is if you live in the United States and you go into Google right now, you're going to see witches doing specific spells in certain days to eliminate and take down specific politicians. You don't believe me? You go ahead and check it out. You're going to find it yourself. It's readily available. And if you want to join the group, you can join the group. It is a real thing. But understand there's many ways for you to fight back any evil politician or dictator. And I want to add something before I continue with the video, because maybe some of you guys are confused or maybe a little bit upset about what I said, that even if you're protesting against the politician, you are building the strength on this particular politician. So let me say something very clear. And I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. You can protest the problem, but be very careful not to accidentally power up the puppet. Now, before I end this video, I want to end this video on a positive note. I just want to remind you that you do not have to aim at a president or a dictator to change the world. You can do so much good magic closer to home. That's where your magic is very strong. A more realistic target is your local politicians, city council members, the mayor, school board. All these people directly impact your neighborhood, your laws, and your everyday life. Another example, the court system in your town. Judges, parole board, prosecutors. You can also do something so beautiful as land magic, and this is very empowering you and enriching, which is protect sacred land. Remove spiritual residue from sites of injustice. Less spaces where protest or healing need to happen. You can also do community magic. You can cast spells to uplift your neighborhood. You can clear negative spiritual energy from your city. You can awaken a collective mind to your community. And above all, witches, you can treat your fellow human being with love, kindness, and decency. Witches, do not think for a second that your magic stops at your front door. You can create big ripples and waves starting with your block, then your town, then your school board. Start where your feet touch the ground. This is where your magic is strongest, witch. And when we all do that together, that is exactly when we become that quiet storm. I hope this makes sense to you. I hope it makes you understand why I'm not the witch always sharing videos over here on how to take down a politician or a dictator. And I really hope this answers your question. I really do. But don't lose hope. There's so many things that we can do on an everyday basis. Remember to study, stay very smart. Knowledge is power. Be attentive to that book that I am endorsing that is coming up really soon. Do not despair. You got what it takes to do magic. Smaller magic can lead to bigger magic. I love you all, witches. Stay wicked. Bye.